Hello my loves, hello beautiful people, welcome back to another video. I think it's really important that we talk about healing because this is another facet of mental health and trauma and all the other stuff that we talk about. So I am going to give a couple of things that I've just noticed working with some clients, and if you are interested in trying to start your healing process, just make sure you keep on watching this video. So yeah, let's get into it. So typically when we're starting the healing process, we are trying to heal from things that either happened I don't want to say a very long time ago, but things that have been sitting and simmering for a minute, versus also things that have just recently happened and we're trying to process them. But no matter when it happened and how long you've been feeling this way, I need to first say, disclaimer, is that don't run away. If you are running away, it is going to cause problems. Avoidance is not the answer. And I say that because it will get to a point that if you continue to avoid, it's going to bleed into other aspects of your life. And then that's going to make you even more angry or upset or whatever feeling that you have, because it is affecting your life in all of the ways that you didn't want it to affect. You probably didn't want it there in the first place, but now it's bleeding over into other areas. So just keep in mind that don't run away. I'm not saying that confronting it is also going to be easy, but as far as how stressful and hectic it can make your life if you are not trying to heal and you're just avoiding it, honestly, don't you think that's worse than confronting whatever it is and being able to move past it? Not saying be completely over it, but being healed enough that it no longer affects you. I'm just saying, like, let me know if I'm making sense. So first things first is, yeah, don't run away. Don't run away. Let's confront this together. You know that saying when they're like, forgiveness or healing is for you and not the other person? I really need you to take that into account right now. As you go through this process, as you go through all the steps to free yourself, know it's for you. It's not for anyone else. So if you feel like once you get to this point where you want to forgive or you're healing and the other person doesn't acknowledge it, it's okay. It wasn't for that person. It was for you. So make sure that you recognize that, because it's going to help you push to this next stage of just being free. So keep that in mind. That's kind of almost number one. And then number two is also following it, which is letting your feelings resurface. Don't push them back. Don't hold them in. Don't try to avoid them. Have your true feelings come up and out there. Because when your feelings actually come up and out there, we know what we're addressing. You know what you're addressing. So make sure that your feelings are out. They're there. Right? Alright guys, so when you are feeling all these feelings that are resurfacing, try to identify what the actual feeling is. If that for you is the feeling of weakness, if it's vulnerability, if it's anger, if it's sadness, grief, loss, whatever it is, try to actually find a word for it. And be honest with yourself. Be honest. Like, if it's something where you feel guilt because you were part of whatever it is that has made things go the way they have and now you're here, that's okay. That's okay. But be honest. If you're not honest, you're not fully cleaning up what's in your closet. We all have a closet. Fully clean your closet. Don't halfway do it and then you have to revisit it later. We want a clean, brand new closet because we have all these new clothes and blessings and items that are coming into our life. And we do not want to stop that. So that means that you have to clean out your closet. So clean it and clean it honestly. Take accountability. Feel what you feel. And we're going to move to the next thing. When you are finally ready to verbalize these feelings because you sat down, you've thought about them, you identified them, make sure that you have a good friend. friends help you make it through things. Either friends or even if it's a counselor, if you have to literally pay someone just to have them listen to you, oh, that sounds so bad. But honestly, it's true. Make sure that you have a good support system, a good friends that help push beside you. It's really important. And I guess if you have to pay for it, then, do that too. And I guess that leads me to tip or strategy part number 3, 4. I'm so confused, but this is the next step after that is not only making sure that you have a good support system or friend that can help you, but also to reach out to a therapist, a counselor, someone who has mental health experience or mental health knowledge to help you get through this. And I know some people actually don't like going to a therapist for a plethora of reasons, or really sometimes the resource is just not there for you. I'll make sure I'll put down either in the description bar or at the bottom of my screen a website for you to seek therapy and counseling, because they also have it where some counseling facilities, they have something called a sliding scale, which is they look at your income that you have, your income, and they base, your payments for each session upon your income to make it affordable for you. So I'll make sure I will post that somewhere so that you at least have a resource to it. But I'm telling you, it's so much better when you have a counselor or a therapist, because you are talking to someone that literally is impartial. They don't know you. They don't owe you anything. They are just listening to your situation, just like they've listened to other people's situations that they have experience with, and they give you feedback. They help you process through it. They make you feel like you're not alone. So seek a therapy. It's okay. And also too, when you are calling to set up set up an appointment with a therapist, you can have it where you can ask for a specific therapist for specific things. Like, hey, I need a therapist who's brutally honest. I need a therapist who's firm. I need a therapist who understands, this type of world or culture or aspect. You can ask for those things. You don't have to just call and say, hey, book me with the new person or whatever. Or I want to work with someone who's been working in the field for like 15 years or whatever the case may be. You can ask that. So make sure that you get what you need if you are paying for it. So seek counseling. It's not a terrible thing. You need help healing, and they are the ones that also help you do it. This, I think, is another step to healing that most people don't talk about, but I've kind of noticed as I've watched people heal. It goes back to what we talked about earlier with avoiding things, and when you avoid things, typically it bleeds into other aspects of your life, which honestly can cause some sort of resentment. Like, are you going through that right now? Do you feel resentment or anger because now it's not only just affecting that one thing in your life, but it's affecting many things in your life? So I really think, with that being said, if you start working on those other things that have been bled into, it lightens a lot of the anger, a lot of the blame, a lot of the frustration. You are starting to repair yourself. You are repairing you. So start small. Start with those little things that it affected before you get to the meat and potatoes. Because honestly, healing is painful. And it could possibly take a long time. But at least you're working towards something. You're not just letting these things take over your life, right? So yeah, make sure that you are touching on other things. You are repairing on other things, because as you repair on them, you're repairing you. And when you are repairing you, you are making yourself open and receptive for forgiveness, for healing, those type of things. And I think that's the biggest thing, because they always say, oh, it's for you, it's not for them, as we talked about before. But it is for you. So start doing things for you. The healing will come. That'll be natural if you're truly happy. But you have to get to the point where you're truly happy. So, to me, what I've noticed for healing is that you need to start repairing other things in your life that have already been affected, and being honest with yourself, processing those feelings, having a non-biased talk with you to help you understand that maybe it wasn't your fault, or hey, you learned a lesson you didn't know. It's almost like I feel like healing is one of those things that happens simultaneously as you continue to move forward and repair yourself. It's not an aftermath. It's not a result of you doing whatever. It's a process that happens as you go along. Yeah? Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But guys, I hope you liked what I had to say. I hope it helped you, because we are all about mental health and goodness and freeing of our minds, our souls. I just want people to be happy. So I hope that you like this video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Put down in the comments below if you have noticed some things about healing. Maybe it'll help out a friend. Tell them something that I didn't tell them. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.